In this video, I'm sharing 5 ways you can overachieve as an entrepreneur. Welcome, my name is Rosh and I teach the combination code. And one of the things I love to see when people follow the plans and ideas behind the combination code is that they overachieve. It's an amazing thing to see. And I want to share the 5 things that I think will help you to be an overachiever. Believe me, if you just do the last thing, number 5, you can be an entrepreneurial overachiever. Because quite honestly, 1, it's common sense, and 2, most people really don't do it or do it well, and definitely not consistently. The first thing you can do to become an overachiever as an entrepreneur is learn how to network well, but not to find new customers. That's the mistake a lot of business people and professionals make when they're out networking. You're not necessarily looking for new customers. That doesn't mean you can't find new customers, but you actually want to take the time and figure out who are the best partners that you can find while networking. Look for partners, start talking with people, and try to find some commonality, such as the same target market, and see how you can work together to help each other's businesses grow. The next thing you need to do to become an overachiever is something I talked about in a recent video, and that is getting up before 6 o'clock. Take the time to plan your day. You know, a lot of people are not up before 6 o'clock unless they're going to a job. Now, many entrepreneurs think, oh, I have all this freedom, I can do what I want, and this is true. However, other entrepreneurs are not up by 6. Many of them sleep in just a little too late. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, if you want to be an overachiever, you need to take the time to plan out your day while everyone else is sleeping. And then when you are ready to take on the day, you are out there doing it while they're just getting up and starting to plan. Something else that is common among overachievers is making lists. Now, I make lists all the time. I'm not always great at following them, but that doesn't matter. It's important to take the time to make lists to at least get ideas out of your brain and help you organize what you need to do. Lists of goals, lists of things you need to do today. And they work pretty well for me. If I know I'm getting stressed and I'm just feeling overwhelmed with all that's going on, when I make a list of everything that I have to do, as I said, it gets it out of your head and then you can go through that list. And that doesn't mean you can't put that list aside once you get everything under control. It doesn't mean you have to check off every item. It's just the act of creating the list. Now, some really good overachievers, they're really good at following through on their lists. Everyone is different in the way they approach the list, but the most important thing is to create the list. The next thing is vital to every overachieving entrepreneur, and that is setting goals. One important thing about goals is understanding that once you set a goal, you can backwards engineer them to help you achieve those goals. Now, I recommend you approach goals in 3s because that way you're not overwhelmed. If you write a list of like 100 goals, it just becomes a big old blob of stuff. If you have 3 life goals, and then as you achieve these goals, you add a new one, and always focus on the 3 at a time, you will be much more effective as a goal setter and an overachiever. And you can set goals for the week, for the month, or even the day. It's a good thing to have 3 goals for every day. And then over time, accomplishing those 3 things every day is going to compound and will take you to the goals, your big goals that make you an entrepreneurial overachiever. This next thing is so important if you want to be an overachiever as an entrepreneur, and that is to follow up. Most people don't even show up, let alone follow up. But those who follow up the most tend to win. It's amazing, and I bet if you think back, you've probably lost out on a lot of opportunities because you did not follow up. And maybe you were waiting for someone else to follow up, and so you didn't do anything. you have to follow up too. Now, if you follow up a few times and they don't respond, well, then let it go. Move on to the things that are producing fruit, that are giving you opportunities. But you have to follow up regularly and consistently. Use the phone, use the email, text, whatever you have to do. But make sure people know that you care and that you're engaged and that, yes, you want to work with them. Hey, Combination Crew, as entrepreneurs, we are getting smarter in every video, and I'll see you in the next one.